superb.
Welcome to the Real Shit Talker. It's your boy, Sorry, I gotta do this. Motherfucking Dragon, Matt, and right next to me is
Gentleman Jack, as always.
and we have a special guest today. State your name for him, please.
Mr. Jahzeek Fawn, Patterson, New Jersey artist.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All week,
Gotta
babe.
rub your knees.
For the whole month, we got musicians, models. We got an inspirational person coming on next week, and after that, I got something special. Anyway, let's go. I can't talk. I got been coughing like stupid this morning. Anyway, let's start the show. How's everybody week? How's
With the
it?
tapping. It's all that.
Been good.
Been good, man.
Making some moves.
Right. Elaborate on the moves, man. What you been up to?
So
First, real quick. I'm sorry, cause
okay.
he's a model. He's a musician. He's a photographer. Okay.
And a dance choreographer.
Now, the man is the whole set. Okay. the complete package right now. All right. He's like, I take my own pictures while I pop lock. You know what I mean? And bust a quick tune on you. Yeah. So let us know a little bit about your what you up to now, your music, your photography. Let us know a little bit about what's going on with you right now.
So basically, I let the photography on hold for right now. I'm just doing dancing right now and just music. Gotta really focus on the music thing. I'm supposed to be dropping a music video real soon. I don't have a date exactly, but I do have a date for my EP release.
All right.
And that will be in August, the beginning of August. Supposed to be going perform in Cali soon, real soon.
Okay.
Just been grinding, you know.
All right. I gotta blast this out real quick. It's been grinding.
Yeah.
That's what it really is. It's all grinding. Well, what started you into music? Like, what was your inspiration?
So my inspiration in music ever since I was like 7. Chris Brown is my inspiration. Like, not the bullshit that he do, but like
Right.
the way he sound, the way he give performances is like amazing. So like I always looked up to him. So
That's what's up.
I told myself one day I'm gonna be an artist, and I took too long because I've been singing since I was like 7 years old, and then I started recording in the studio like last year. I made my first own song like 2 months ago. So
Okay.
it's becoming good though.
All right. So about 2 months ago, you made your own song, and then you going out to Cali to perform.
Basically, yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, bro.
Now, with this performance, would you do your own choreography?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah?
I'm not using a choreographer. I will be choreographing my own performance. I will be teaching my background dancers my own choreography.
Now, would you also bring out a photographer you trust? That's another question.
Most definitely.
Yeah, right?
Most definitely.
So
I honestly have a team behind me that I used to work with before. I'm about to get back into my team. It's called New Jersey Media Center, and they're based out of Garfield, New Jersey.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a conversation with my boss real soon to get one of my photographers to get up on it.
That's what's up. What you said the management team is called what?
New Jersey Media Center.
New Jersey Media Center. I think I ran into them on Instagram. Like I think they not contact us, but I think I've seen them on Instagram. I've seen a lot of artists that are coming from there.
Yeah.
So it seems like it's a rich pool to pull from, you know. So like what do you feel like your music what's so different about your sound versus the typical sound that we hear, you know, especially now. Sorry to cut you, but especially now when it seems like you think of yourself more of an R&B artist, or
so the song that I just dropped recently is on some trap type of sound, but I have done R&B tracks that nobody haven't heard yet. I've been putting up like little snippets, but I want to ride into R&B artists. I don't want to do trap music because it's like not in my field, but I will give that to the people because I know that's what they want to hear, but I'm going to switch up.
It seems like R&B is dying a little bit. you know.
Yeah, it is.
And
It's not the same anymore.
no, it's not the same. I remember when growing up listening to R&B, anything could happen. Not just any freaky anything, but it just set R&B set a mood for you for that day, you know, or that moment. And there's times I could listen to an R&B track and it'll take me back to a particular moment, but it's not the same with like rap music or a lot of other different genres.
It's totally different. Like I can listen to an R&B track and I can listen to a type of trap hood song, and like when you listen to an R&B track, you chill. Yeah. You're in a chill moment. When you listen to a trap song, it's like it's mad rowdy. Like
So that moment feels like it's something special. Like R&B music kind of talks. Yeah. Kind of feels like it talks to you.
Most definitely.
Like on a spirit or on a different level, a different wave than like trap music or rap music. I'm telling you right now, I don't know where I was when I first heard 6ix9ine. It's stupid. I don't know where I was. I just know one day I was like, what the hell is this song? Excuse me for my voice, people. But I was like, what the hell is this song? But if you ask me, where were you when Avant came out with Read Your Mind? I'm going to tell you, let me tell you something about this girl named Sarah. It's like, so, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a different feel. Do you feel like you have what it takes? God damn it. Sorry. Do you have what it takes to maybe I shouldn't put so much pressure. It sounds like putting pressure. Do you have that voice where it will kind of revive that feeling, that feeling that when music talks to your soul? You know?
Almost definitely. I feel like the difference between me and other artists from Paterson, New Jersey, a lot of the other artists when they perform, I see them all jump around the stage. I feel like spark it up and do some choreography, you feel me? Right. Nobody really want to see an artist jumping and running around the stage, and that's where a lot of artists go wrong at. They think just because their music is good, they don't have to entertain the crowd, and that's why Beyonce and a couple of other artists that's out is so far with their career, because they actually entertain their fans and stuff. And that's what I want to bring to the table. I want to bring like something different, a different type of flavor.
So it's more about I feel like other artists don't want to step out their comfort zone.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, like even if you feel like maybe I can't dance, I feel like maybe you should try or something.
Most definitely.
A couple 2 steps. See, listen, 2 steps be taking over the clubs, all right? So, I mean, a couple 2 steps, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, look like you're just having fun.
Right.
Not to be, like, let's just say, he's probably was really bigger before this, but, like, let's just say Bobby Shmurda, right?
Yeah.
We really didn't care about Bobby Shmurda until we see the Shmurda dance.
Most
and
definitely.
then we seen and then we was like, okay, let me listen to his music now.
I don't even think I would even really care about the song if I would never saw the music video when I was saw
exactly.
Because it's like,
until everybody start throwing their hat up in the sky, and I was like, all right, let me listen to what this guy is rapping about, because you know what I mean. I feel like if you're gonna go mainstream, I mean, you have to be willing to come out your comfort zone.
Most definitely.
Right? There's artists that only want to play to the local, which is nothing wrong with that. You know, it's nothing wrong with that. You want to play to the local people like you.
But I feel like, you know what I feel about that? I feel like that's a waste of money, because like I got a couple of people that I'm cool with that's artists in Paterson, and I tell them all the time, like, don't make music for the hood, make music for the radio, because if you're making music for the hood is not going to support you how they supposed to, but the radio will, you feel me? Only the radio will really give you a lot of insight on your music. Other people would just sit back and be like, what is this?
Well, with the radio thing, how you can't, it's hard to tell people that, because you gotta make music for the radio, but we see where the radio's going nowadays. Radio isn't, sorry for anybody in radio, but it's not as important as it was a few years ago. Now I could find music on YouTube, SoundCloud. Your video just need to be part of your link.
Definitely.
A quick clip online of you doing something, and then your music playing, and I could be like, okay, let me hear what this dude got. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's kind of hard to be like, yo, make music for the radio. At the same time, you know, radio isn't really.
But when I say, as in, I'm not talking about, like, I'm talking about sound-wise. Like, not to say like, oh, you got to make music to put it on the radio. What I'm saying is basically like, don't make music that only the hood will listen to. Make music that a lot of other people, different type of states and different type of, you get me? Because a lot of people where I'm from, they make music that will basically be played in like clubs and stuff. And like, I feel like if you don't try to make a song that everybody could relate to, it's no point. You just wasted your money on that studio time. Exactly. So like, that's my point of saying like what I just said.
But now in that case, wouldn't that be considered more of conforming?
Yeah.
That's for an artist and from friends of mine who do music, is just I ask them like, why don't they do the radio stuff like you're saying? It's just
right.
They don't want to conform. They rather have a what's it called, a supporting 100 than a fake 200. Like it's 100 more people, but they're not going to show for your shows.
That speaks to the artist, right? It's kind of like what an artist really is. You don't care about if the masses see your art as what it is. I mean, you really want that. You want everybody to see it the way you see it. But like, if you get a good core group of people,
right,
who like your stuff or like your sound, you kind of want to play to those people.
Right.
It's just almost like the same thing with like podcasts. There's some podcasts that really want they really want to branch out and do others type of stuff in their podcast, but they got a core group of people who only likes to hear certain things, right? And that's why they listen. So they don't take the risk to jump out and do something, you know. And so what do you say that to that guy who has like 100 and something people supporting him,
right,
and he doesn't want to lose that, but at the same time he's like, his inner artist is screaming out to try to do something else different,
right?
What's your advice to that guy?
It's just like, don't give up, like keep on moving forward.
Right.
Yeah, keep on moving forward. I don't really have a lot to say to that because it's like I've never been in that position yet. But when I get there, I definitely have an answer for that. Mm-hmm. But what I do know is promotion is the key. Mm-hmm. For people to listen to your music, you have to promote 24/7. You can't. It's really no sleep. Like, I've really been up for like the last couple of days to like 7 a.m. just dropping, and people might get sick and tired of the song of them hearing it on my timeline, but it's like I need everybody to hear this song.
Yeah. You want to get to a point where it's catchy.
Most definitely.
No, like it's one question I was gonna ask, other than the music, since you're all four, you're the photographer, choreographer, musician, and I forgot the last one. Wait, give me a second. Model. Yes, there you go. Do you have an Instagram page for each one of those traits?
Oh, most definitely.
So that's why like you're talking about promotion wise. So to say, I know a couple of people who have about 3 pages of what they do, like they build stuff, they paint, and they also do music, and then all of a sudden one has more than the other.
Right.
Are you also trying to link like, hey, check out this page, this is what I do here. There's another I'm a multifaceted person in the sense of not only am I able to rap or sing like this, but now look, I can I choreograph my own dances to this song, in which will help you or other people want to be like, oh, hey, I can do this. You can do this.
So coming 2019, I will be starting a clothing line. And that's where we'll come back into the Pics by Job page. That's my photography page. Mm-hmm. So once I start the clothing line, what I will do is I'll use the clothing line for the actual photography page to do photo shoots for all of my models that I will be getting to support the clothing line. As for the choreography page, the dance choreography page, I'll be in a dance studio like all the time. So I'll be dropping like videos this week, like more videos of me dancing and stuff.
Well, not only with that, and sorry for cutting you off, with the dancing though, would you also put up tutorials? That's another thing, because I know a lot of kids, like my sister is 14, and we go through, and I guess not for one video we know is or someone we watch is Matt Stefanina. Like, he has not only his dances, he has a compilation of his dancers, and then at the end of the video he gives you the tutorials.
Right.
So you can go through there. Would you be looking to do something similar?
I never thought about doing that, but that sounds like a good idea, though.
I'm giving you too many ideas, Joe.
Well,
That sounds like a good idea, but I
play.
see that in a lot of like dance choreographers. Like they'll like let you see the dance, and then at the end they'll teach you exactly.
Yeah,
from
don't
every
give them a
move.
good dance. Don't give them something. I mean, give them a little piece. Let them work for the rest of the stuff. You like, all right, listen, this is the part with this part of the song. That's it. Okay, you gotta figure out the rest. You know.
Yeah.
Keep people guessing what's the next
Now
thing.
that's all with the dancing. Now, like I want to try to attack each one that you have. With dancing, do you ever plan, or like you say you're in the studio? Do you ever teach a class? Would you ever teach a class, and would you want your own studio?
I used to teach classes back last year. I actually work at a recreational center where we have performing arts and we have karate and different types of different things.
What's the rec center?
It's called Jumpstart.
Oh, yeah, they still around?
Yeah, we're still around.
Jeez.
We've been around for like 9 years now.
I used to be the people you guys. Well, I was Danny House.
You was like kind of
yeah.
We didn't like mess with y'all.
Yeah, we ain't mess with y'all either. We battle y'all every minute.
We won all the time.
Nah, you chillin'. That's maybe your generation, not mine. But that's dope. That's
You
dope.
know.
No beef.
Bad Greeks.
No. That's dope. It's dope. Continue.
Yeah. So with that, that's why I want to know. Like, would you want like that's for the dancing. Now here's my question for photography wise. I know we're going through a little bit quickly, but it's just I'm interested in people's crafts. That's how I really am. Now with photography, do you have a specific camera do you use? The lenses you use, the shutter speed, the lighting.
Yeah, that's a good question.
This is what I want to know, because like I said, I'm really into it, and when I find someone who's I guess pours their whole heart into what they're doing, then I'm all right, for lack of a better terms, I'm mesmerized by it. Like I would sit on YouTube, watch videos for hours on forging, and right now I'm actually kind of interested in the photography because I have a niece and her nephew who want to get into art, who wants to get into painting and photography. Right. So I want to know, like, what would you recommend as your camera, not only for a photographer for models, but as for like landscaping, if you're in that? Do you recommend the shutter speed? Do you recommend a certain lens? How many millimeters of it?
I recommend a 4K camera. Either the Canon or
that sound like when you did it.
The Canon or the Nikon. They both great cameras. The one of my favorite cameras that I just recently like touched was a Sony.
Okay.
Sony cameras is like real good.
Yeah.
Like,
I've been looking at that lately.
Yeah.
The Sony ones.
Do you know which Sony? Because I know what was it? I think it was a Sony X.
I forgot exactly
like
what it's
I got
called.
from my wife a while back.
I don't really remember what it's called. I know I went to the store recently and I like asked them, can I like sample it? It's pretty dope. I'm trying to buy that soon.
Now with them, do you buy like the I know like with Canon you can always buy those multi-lens. Do you ever spend the money on them, or is it like you have a specific lens you like?
I really don't have a specific lens I like. I know with my company when we do photo shoots, what is it called? It's oh my god, it's like some long nose. Like it's crazy. It's gonna come back to me, but it really works real good. Like the quality is like so like clear. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like
so you'll think
you can see the pimples. Like
yeah.
It's a little bit scary.
That's
like
get that Photoshop going, baby.
If you zoom into somebody's face and you know it's crazy, that's why I tell a lot of models, like if I do photo shoots, like make sure your makeup is really on point, because like
you don't want to kick
if
up.
it's
you
not,
don't want to see it. Yeah.
Don't get mad at me.
Let's keep it 100 though. How many times you have to go in and touch up somebody's photo?
90% of the time.
90%, 80%. They all look ugly. No, I'm just joking. No,
nah.
I believe I believe they're gorgeous, but
nah.
sometimes you gotta touch up somebody's.
I had to touch up probably like one girl so far.
Oh,
usually the girls that I do, I make sure that they know what they doing with their face, and I don't want to have to keep on going back editing, because when you edit too much, that's when it becomes like too cartoonish. Like it makes you look like mad fake. Like you can't if your makeup is not on point, you can't really edit that too much, because then you will see the difference between a real picture and like a too much edit picture.
Right. So how many times since you got the photography eye, right? how many times you look into like what do you think in the photography world? How many pictures on that is just completely edited when we see them in magazines and on bull? You think they're all edited because they all look edited?
Not all the time. You got some females that just look so beautiful that you don't have to tamper with them.
What are they like?
But
they're rare, right?
But
it's like throwing out. It's like finding a Mewtwo.
What I will say is, I done seen some chicks where their bodies was like so amazing in the photo, and like in person you'd be like, how did she get this?
Word, right? Yo, I seen
that the angles, bro.
Yo, dude,
it's not even the angles. It's that Photoshop. Like you could really like. It's crazy. Because I watch edits. Like somebody edit. Because I'm not really good with like making your boobs look big, and I ain't about to do all that. Like if you don't have that type of body, then
you ain't got that type of body.
Well, no. The reason why I say it's angles is because recently I had a conversation with a friend of mine. She had two what she would consider two similar pictures from last year and this year. And I told her, like, okay, the way you took the picture, the way your hand is placed is different. The way, like a very popular pose that a lot of girls are doing now is the front leg is slightly forward, the back leg is slightly on the back angle going that way.
The front leg is slightly, the heels slightly up so you can see the calf and the side.
They have the tummies sideways for the chest facing the camera, so it makes them look skinnier. And she's like, "Oh, this is the difference in the progress of what happened from last year and this year." But I'm like, hey, look at how you're standing. she's like, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Right. So she's like, you pay attention too much of it. I'm like, but this is one of the things I'm fascinated by, like the photography wise for it.
Yeah, but that's what. But if you're paying attention to it, someone else is paying attention to it.
That's why, like, so
most definitely.
You know what I mean? And me being a trainer, and I train women, and I show them different positions. They're like, yo, look how you look this way.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a difference on how you stand that could make your body look leaner.
Most definitely.
I mean, hey.
Most definitely.
So,
I had this one.
You want to admit that you're editing everybody's picture?
Now I would say this. At first, when I first started doing photography, like a couple of years ago, I used to do promotions for, what is it called, Bliss Lounge, and
they closed down.
Yeah,
I used to go there all the time.
They closed down. They closed down like after, I forgot what artist it was, but when I did them, I did Rick Ross, Jahzeek, and P&B Rock. Now, when I did them, my edits wasn't even like. The jump was like buns, but like afterwards, like I started to get into editing because it's like a lot of people after they saw them celebrities, they wanted to book, and I'm like, nah, I can't be doing the same thing. I gotta switch up. This is when I first like started getting into the camera thing. But like after I started editing, like it's annoying though. It's really annoying. Like to go back and forth and make sure everything is like on point. It's like, dang, how many pictures do I have to do? Like,
right.
It becomes like a pest. But
so it's like what?
I mean, it's a great experience. Like it's really a great experience to have somebody do a photo shoot with you and then they love their pictures. Like that's a good feeling.
It's just the editing thing is just time consuming, so that's why
it's really time consuming. Yeah, like it's really, especially a person like me, like
you got like 10 things going on.
Well, it's not only that. I know this is from a photographer. I have a friend of mine who's in the city working on I forgot which magazine it is, but even if you Photoshop it, when it gets to them, they have to Photoshop it as well for their so. Because it's weird. So it's a full-time job. Editing is a full-time job on top of the photography.
And then if they don't like it, then they're going to send it back, and then you have to do it over.
Yeah, so
like it be
because it has to fit the magazine, right?
Yeah,
so once, I mean, the photographer don't know exactly what magazine sometimes, right? So they're just taking pictures, and then they send their best picture to the magazine company, and the magazine company has to fix those pictures to fit the magazine.
Well, it's not even that. Like from what my friend tells me, it's like a 4-person process before it even gets there. You have the guy taking the picture, and then from there, the people select which pictures they like that. So I would say in an average photo shoot, it's probably 100 pictures real quick, a couple angles here or there, like 2 or 3 pictures per angle. So you go for 100 pictures. From those 100 pictures, you have to narrow it down to maybe 25, maybe even less than that. From those 25, now you have the next person narrowing it down from there, which is the lighting right, which are the better angles, which are easier to Photoshop. Then from there goes to the Photoshop person, and then after Photoshopping it, goes to the person who lays it out into the magazine. So that's actually a 5-person process.
That's too much.
Just for this one photo shoot.
I tried to keep up just now and I wasn't with it.
So now imagine that. Imagine if you stick there to do the photo, the editing after the photo shoot, and then on top of that you have your music that you have to take care of. You have everything else to take care of. So if you can do those 6-person job, that'd be crazy.
It's crazy because like I got a lot of people hit me up like right now, like, you don't do photo shoots no more. When I walk outside of Patterson, they're like, you don't do photo shoots no more. I'll be like, nah, I'm gonna start soon. Like, but like I feel like I need to really pay attention to this music thing because I just spent a lot of money on this studio time, and I got like 9 tracks so far. So
you need to get your investment back.
I want to make sure that I get my investment back. I don't just leave this and put that on hold. And I need to really stay focused.
Stay steady on that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What's the craziest thing that you've have you done any shows like live performances?
I did American. No, not with music.
No music, but
dancing.
With dancing now.
Dancing. So You Think You Could Dance? America's Best Dance Crew. I did America's Got Talent like a couple of years ago too, and I did what's that? The Apollo live in New York. I did that like 10 times.
Right.
Yeah, and Jumpstart, they make us like
they
we
make
can't
you do it?
say no. Like they was trying to make me do it last year, but I told them like I'm too grown. Like I'm really trying to make money. I'm not trying to
right
waste my time. Like I've been here so many times to the point where I don't even wait in a line outside. I literally go through the back door.
Wow.
Because like they're National Action Network and they're the sponsors for Jumpstart. So like they are part of us, so they don't allow none of the people from Jumpstart to go through the line. We all walk through and just sign our name and we do our audition. Like that's how easy it is. So
damn.
It became not fun to me no more. Like once I really realized like it's really not a opportunity, I'm like, I don't want to do this no more.
Now, with the dancing, like what style do you like the most?
Ooh, hip hop.
Hip hop
Facts. I like contemporary too. Like contemporary. It's lit. It's lit. It's emotional. Like it brings out your emotion more than hip hop. Like if you ever went through some crazy experiences in life, like you definitely will feel it depending on what song you dance to. So
I feel with the contemporary what's it called? It's a lot of people are afraid to actually let go of that emotion because you're completely exposed. Like so have you done contemporary and like just felt? Because
I definitely did when I did So You Think You Could Dance. They made everybody do all gyros. Where I messed up is that I didn't take ballet classes.
Okay,
and that's how I got off the show before it went like far.
I mean, do they expect you to know ballet too? You need to know all of it.
If you watch the show, then
they put you through how there's a boot camp that you go through.
Yeah, I thought they kind of teach you right there.
So this is what it is. When you first go to the show, you do all gyros of dance before you actually make it live to keep on doing them gyros of dances.
Oh, okay.
So
you know what? So my bad for interrupting. So that you'd understand more. For the Ultimate Fighter, right? For Tough, you know how they would even for tryouts they'll give you have to do wrestling, you have to do jiu-jitsu, you do boxing, you do. That's how it is for So You Could Dance. Okay. So they break it down, and then on top of that, you have to break it down again once you're on the show.
Most definitely.
So do they give you like a list of you need to know how to do this before you even come to the place, or you just going in there?
Nah, ain't no list. Like, if you watch the show, you clearly know exactly what you need to do. And if you're a dancer, like, and you're trying to do a competition where you're trying to get further with your career, you should already know. Like, I knew, but I thought it was gonna be easy. Like, I watched people do ballet and I watched mad videos and stuff before I got there because it's something that I'm not used to doing. But when I got there, I'm like, this is gonna be a piece of cake. But when it was time to do that choreography, that was like the most intense like the jazz, the tap, the ballet, like the tap and the jazz and the what is it called? Oh my god. It's gonna come back to me. Forget it though. But that was easy. Mm-hmm. Like jazz is mad easy. Like
super easy.
Super easy. Mm-hmm. Tap is so easy. Like that's the most. All you doing is like tapping your feet. But ballet is like you have to be flexible. You have to.
Don't write us. We didn't say it. Okay. Yeah, we didn't say tap was just tapping your feet. That was that guy right there.
Nah. Not trying to down nobody that do tap dancing. You feel me? It's a fun tap dancing is definitely a fun experience for me. Mm-hmm. Like I did it in grammar school. I did a tap dancing showcase with my school or whatever when I was living in South Jersey, and like it was fun. I loved it. But what I will say is when you're doing a dance competition for a TV show, it's way different than you actually like performing like for like just a regular show. Like the tap dancing was like more advanced. So like I did have to work up to the standards. Like I couldn't like you can't slouch on that show. Mm-hmm. Like it's not like America's Got Talent where you just go up there and you just people just nah, they are very strict. And
you're dealing with the best right now, so they take their craft very seriously.
Yeah, they really do. They really do.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So how far are we going with this music thing?
I'm trying to make it up to the top. Like, what scares me though is the Illuminati thing. That really, nah. Don't even laugh. Like, I'm not gonna put nobody out there, but I know somebody. Nah. I will not do that. I will not do that because I'm on camera and these people might kill me.
Hey,
we're trying to join.
We're trying to get.
I'm good.
We're trying to get at least Axe to be a member, but you know we might not.
But nah, like I ain't gonna say nothing. But somebody from New Jersey just got signed, right?
Oof.
And like I'm not gonna say like I'm the most spiritual person, but like I go to church. Like I got church after this or whatever, and like. I watch music videos all the time because I want to know what type of competition I need to bring to the table when it comes to becoming an artist. And I just watched a music video the other day, and I watched it at least like the first time I watched it, I didn't catch it. But like the third time I watched it, me and my friends, we like, whoa.
Which music video?
I mean,
I'm not gonna say that because I will not. Because I'm cool with this person. You feel me? I really support.
So
I support this person.
There's a guy there's this person that you support.
This person that
and
I
they
support.
sold their soul.
And I know, I know because what happens is when you become Illuminati, they make you show it through the video, like they expose it. But you have to be subconscious, smart. You have to your brain has to like.
So let me ask you, how do you know what's the signs?
Because
if the Illuminati is this big secret organization and they only giving out their secrets to selected members, right?
Right.
How would us, the regular people, know what the signs were? I mean,
okay,
unless
so
you want to tell us something.
When you no, I will not do that. They won't be knocking at my front door. But anyway, when you become Illuminati, basically, because I like they DM me a couple of times.
Illuminati DM?
Yeah, they
like
DM everybody. When you get a certain amount of followers and you start to become that person to where as a lot of people is looking at your page, they DM you point blank period.
My bad.
So once y'all followers go up, they will DM y'all.
Listen,
they will DM y'all.
How many zeros are we looking at?
No, I'm about to start buying followers.
Sorry, this stupid cough. Nah, we ain't with it.
Anybody that has potential people.
So when it comes up in your DM as Illuminati,
nah, it
comes
don't.
as a what? Like an egg
it comes up like they ask you like, do you want to join the brotherhood and all this and that, and they tell you about the money situation. And,
in your DM?
Yeah, they most definitely do.
In your DM?
Yes.
Would you think people like post that or something if they was like against it? If the Illuminati did jump into your DM, wouldn't someone like just to say I wasn't with it, but I want people to know that this is real. Wouldn't I post the conversation?
A lot of people post it. Like I remember like a couple of months, like 2 months ago, a month ago, I did post it in my story, but like I deleted it because one thing that I will not do is mess with them people like that, because I feel like they crazy. Like I'm not about to. I can't. You can't fight with something like that. Like they a part of like above, beyond. Like they could do so much more than anybody could do. Like not even a judge could stop them.
But by talking about them, wouldn't that just stifle? Like not talking about them, but by not joining, wouldn't that just stifle your career? So how many zeros were they asking for again? Like,
so you telling me that you?
No, I didn't say that. I'm fucking around. I'm just fucking around.
So basically, what you telling me is that if you get a deal with them, would you sacrifice somebody? Because that's what they make you do. They make you sacrifice something.
They make you
or
put
somebody that you really love.
So they make you put symbols in your video, and they make you sacrifice people.
Almost definitely.
Like sacrifice.
I'll take that out for you, bro.
You'll take that out for me?
I'll take that out for
you. Thank you. So you're gonna stand there, and we're gonna put the pentagram behind you, and I'm just gonna bop. Just no, just cool with it. I'm cool with it. I just want to see what an Illuminati DM look like.
You know what it is? Okay, no.
You still got the DM, yo?
I don't even like remember if I still got it because it's been a minute. But I won't even.
I won't post it. Just send it to me. I want.
Nah, I'll definitely send it to you if I find it.
The answer to your question is some people are willing to sacrifice everything for their dream.
Everything.
That's the problem.
Everything.
But that means losing themselves too. They think
most definitely you do lose yourself.
They think their dream. They think their dream will bring them happiness. But for me, like I'm not the wealthiest, but I'm also not the happiest. But I'm not.
Right.
I'm never sad.
Right.
What happens is I've worked hard for where I am.
Right.
And I realized, even from being laid off, I was laid off for a couple months. Like 4 months of not working brought me great. I was depressed at that point.
Right.
Working brings me happiness. Literally,
right.
It sucks. I from dusk to dawn, I could be.
That's most men,
in a damn workshop. I'll be happy working on a roof, doing training. Like as long as I'm putting in work, I found that I'm happy as Zen. But I also found the money that comes from this hard work that I'm putting brings sadness, because it's the more I make, the more people around me want, or the more I realize like
more money,
I'm spending more than I should. There's things that I don't need that I do anyways.
You know, what they call that? That's the broke mentality. So you're not used to having a certain amount of money, so you end up spending more than you're used to making.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like so you always fall back into that, damn, I ain't got that much money. You know what I'm saying? Because you're just used to you're not used to having it, so you just believe, oh, since I got it now, I can just spend as much as I want.
Right.
I'm comfortable. And then when you look at the account, you're like, oh, I'm broke.
Oh, yeah.
But you got all this stuff. That's they call it the broke man mentality. It's just not used to it. That's why a lot of people from inner cities, when they finally get some paper, they're not at. They're not used to having it.
You know what? Okay, the only difference for me from that is not that I want to spend more. It's not that I feel like I need to spend more. It's like you can go through my wardrobe. I have nothing name brand. Everything I buy is from Walmart. I'll tell you straight up honesty. My sweatpants, my jeans, my shirts.
I shop at thrift store.
Right away.
Facts.
I have nothing. But for me, when I realize is when I have a couple thousand in my account, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'll splurge on going out with my wife somewhere. My thing is, when I see that extra money there, I get too comfortable. Oof. I can't be comfortable. I grew up in a chaotic environment, so I need that chaos. Like I've said it before, I grew up with a single mother having 3 kids by the time she was 18.
Most definitely.
So I saw her go through college, saw her work, and now we're in Jersey, and we're in a much better situation. I was able to buy my house at 22 years old with my younger brother. So it's just work as we were doing, and even as for my younger brother, it is we and like I said, for my younger brother and older brothers, we need that hard work. That's why I was telling you, I was fascinated by what you do and what the multifacets that you like expressing yourself in. It's the chaos that you're doing 4 or 5 different things that I'm like, all right, now I'm interested in this dude.
Right.
It's because to me it seems like you can't be at peace entirely because you need to work hard. You need that grind.
Definitely. I hate my mother always tell me like, you do too much, boy. Sit down. You always going somewhere. Like, but people don't understand. Like, when I was young, I had a hard life. Like,
right.
I was rough. I had a hard life. So like, once I got older to really live my dreams the way I wanted to, like I always wanted to do photography. I always wanted to be an artist. I always wanted to be a dance choreographer. And like, once I turned like 17, 18, it was over. Like, it was grind time. Like, I felt like it wasn't no slouching. It wasn't no running the streets. Like, it was time to go. Like, and I'm glad that I really got that mindset, because not had I had that mindset, I probably would be just a regular ass nigga. Like,
I feel like we as men need stress.
Yeah, most definitely.
And the ones that decide that they don't want to be stressed are the ones that end up failing. We have to stress out.
You gotta stress.
We gotta stress. It's part of nature, yeah. We came from people who ran in the jungle.
Right.
Okay? We was running from animals and all this stuff. You think that's not stressful? We used to stalk prey. You ever heard of stalk preying? No. Stalk hunting? So we would chase an animal down for miles. Just chase him on feet. And for feet just to get meat, yo. So for people to be like, oh, I don't want to be stressed out. And no, that's where you come from. The only way you learn anything is from stress.
It's from stress.
It's from stress. If everything was comfortable all the time, what are you learning?
Nothing.
Like, what are we doing
I tell my friend, like I have a close friend / cousin. You know what's crazy? Like, she does music too. We did a song together recently, and she will be. Her name is Monty White on Facebook, and it's xo.monty on Instagram. We just did a song called No Games. It's fire. Like, that's gonna be like the second push. Like, so the first music video is gonna be the On My Grind All Day, and the second music video is gonna be No Games. Now, the reason why I'm picking them 2 songs is because I feel like them 2 songs is what people want to hear. I mean, I got other music that people definitely bop to, but them 2 songs are power songs right now. Okay. Mani, she has to understand that we gotta go through stuff in order to become better in life.
Yeah,
like, you supposed to stress. Like, it don't matter what stress it is, family, relationships,
it's part
emotions. It don't matter what it is. Experience. It's part of that. And once you learn that that's what it is and that's what it's gonna be, that's what strives you to get to the top. I feel like.
You know what? That reminds me of a quote that I hear and I actually enjoy living by. It's if you've never failed, you've never tried hard enough.
Most definitely.
Like, that's my thing, and this is one thing I hated about when I used to come to training a lot, and this is one of the reasons why I don't train as much now. It was hard for me to find someone to push me to my limit
until Daddy showed up.
Right. All right. First off. Right. No. But even then, like, it's real difficult to find that one person to give me the push. Like, even when going to the gym, like. It sucks being at Planet Fitness. I love them. Planet Fitness, cheap prices, but don't tell me that.
Get back into the gym.
It sucks that, like, for motivation, there's 2 people in this world. You need positive reinforcement, and then there's negative reinforcement. I do very well with negative reinforcement. Don't tell me I look good because I've been going to the gym because I'm gonna start slacking. Tell me I need to work on something more, and I will work on that more.
You know, it's been times. God, I'm glad you say that. Like, that brings me back. Like,
do that.
I have this family member, right? And like, I ain't even gonna say what just happened to me. Like, literally, like a day ago. Like,
okay, don't worry, nobody listening. Go ahead.
Say it.
Just say it. They nobody listening.
There's a real shit talker, bro.
One of my family members just climbed through my window and just stole my new camera.
Ouch!
Ooh. Right?
I will
look though. But you know what's the crazy part? I'm not even mad because, like, I'm about to be blessed. Like, I swear, like, when you go through so much in life, something good is coming your way. And it's the music. Like, I don't care what nobody say. Like, I'm talented. Like, Nobody could never tell me otherwise. And
I feel
this
like
person,
real quick, I feel like there should be like a choir behind it right now.
This person done told me my music is ass, it's trash. You saying stuff that you don't do.
Saying stuff.
You rapping and you singing about stuff that you don't do. But I just feel like who don't do that? Like it's niggas that talk about he done shot this person, he done killed that person, he be on the block every day.
Cops listening.
You don't really sell no drugs, bro. You don't really shoot people. Dude, you haven't never really stand on the corner.
Do people really know that the cops actually listen?
Nah, they definitely do.
Dude, I was listening to I'm sorry to cut you off. I was listening to a interview the other day with a what was that, Fed? What was it, Fed? He was like, yo, listen, we listen to the music and we play your music in court.
Yeah,
like in court.
There was somebody convicted a couple of years ago, like a year or two ago.
Convicted recently.
Recently too.
Yeah, recently for just their lyrics. When you doing Fed time, dude, they
6ix9ine, for instance.
Well, 6ix9ine got his music played in court.
I think that's what happened to him. Yeah, I think that's what happened to him. But like,
oh, they set that dude.
Man, I ain't even gonna say what I think what happened.
Man,
really
listen, I say, listen. Also, I know is,
man,
all I'm saying is when there's people around you who's telling you, listen, you being set up, yo, and you decide you want to be a pain in the ass. Nothing against 6ix9ine. I like my wife really likes his stuff. I don't know why. I think she aggressive.
I mean, his new album that he just dropped before he got locked up. Well, I think his promotion people dropped it. I don't think he will be able to drop a song.
Didn't he fire all of them before he got locked up? Because
I don't know.
He found out they was using.
He done dropped some fire. Like I don't know if people been listening to that new album. I forgot what it's called, but it's like a cartoon type look of 6ix9ine on the album cover.
That's how all his album covers are like that. It's this 6ix9ine character with colorful hair.
Colorful hair. It's actually fire. Like it sounds different. Like it don't sound nothing like 6ix9ine, like the screaming type of, like he mellowed it a little bit.
If you can't hear that there's, if you don't think there was a conspiracy at that moment, right? I'm not saying that he didn't do what they said he didn't do, right? But I'm saying that he's got used. He did get used. Right. Okay, they used him. They used him hard. And if you don't see the conspiracy that all of a sudden something just dropped and it's just lit, right? The music just lit. Right before he gets locked up. How much of a demand is that song right now? Think about like when Tupac, before he got locked up, what was the track before they locked him up? What was that? I'm not saying I'm not comparing to Tupac. What I'm saying is like the situation.
Usually what people do is they talk about their situations and their music before something really happens to them.
Right.
Most definitely.
My phone just finally came back on. I'm gonna leave this shit on now.
You know what? But yeah, the conspiracy, not conspiracy, but drama always sells.
Drama does sell.
Like
it definitely does.
Oh, my bad. Before we continue with that, the one quote I wanted to say, or one thing I wanted to say about your family member, not to push him or anything, push him, right? Not only him, but I guess the quote unquote haters.
Yeah, these.
Most definitely.
Have you ever met anyone more successful than you talk about you? This is yeah. I honestly have never seen someone be successful look back. They won't talk about people who are not as
and that's crazy that you say that, because that's exactly what it is. See, this person does music exactly like me, and my thing is, if you've been doing music before me, and I get in a mic and I just start killing shit, I would think you want some hate and shit if it sound good. And you tell me that my shit is trash, and I have people that actually, when I'm in a studio, they hear me. Even the people next door from the studio where we record at, it's like a whole production, and I'm gonna shout them out right now. Ripe Studios, you feel me? Ripe Studios on Instagram.
Ripe Studios.
Niggas, like when I first went in the studio, they like, oh, you could sing. I'm thinking you coming in here on some rap junk. Like you would look at me, you wouldn't think, like, you'll probably look at me and be like, oh, he probably dance. But you wouldn't think I'm a singer. Like, you'll be like, oh, he can sing. So, like, my thing is, don't hate on me, level up like me.
Right.
That's my motivational speech towards this person. Instead of you taking all that energy, hating on me, doing all this towards me, you should want to get on a track with me. Maybe I can get you to that point where the people that's listening to my music, they will want to listen to your music.
Exactly.
You get me? Because, like I said before, I don't make music for Patterson, New Jersey. And why I say that is because there's a lot of people in Patterson that don't support me. And it's a lot of people outside of Patterson, a lot of people that hear my music and they be like, that's fire. Like, where can I get this at? Like, I put it on Snapchat a couple of times, and I got people from California, people from Florida, people from PA. Like, yo, like, send me the link to that song. And, like, they support.
Right.
But then you got some people from where I'm from, they be like, that's you, and they don't even listen to it. And the only reason why they won't listen to it is because not a lot of people in Patterson support the next person because it's too many artists. But I'm different. Like, I got a couple of inboxes where people just send me their music, and I'll repost it because that's just the type of person that I am.
Right.
Even though they don't give me the same outcome, I will never be no hater. I give credit when it's due. You feel me?
You know with that, you know what it is? This is why I refer to them as haters, but I kind of don't like that term for the simple fact, even though they do hate, they do try to spew and try to bring you down. The way I see it is they're threatened. That's what it is. Especially if you if you're saying you're doing very similar music to this person and they don't want to put you on the track, they're afraid.
Nah, my music. Look, the difference. Nah. I will not say my music is similar.
No. But I'm using your words from before. Like it's similar in the sense of I guess how you express yourself. Right?
Most definitely.
They're threatened in the sense of if their fans listen to you, they'll prefer you over him.
They'll lose their fan.
And as you're saying is, you're comfortable with the group of people who are following you, that you're willing to share your time on your platform to show other people's music because you like them. So you're trying to build a network, whether or not they want to, they're gonna be stuck. The way I see it is, it's like a spider web. A spider web. Right. If you actually look the creating of the spider web, and like I said, I go on YouTube, I watch videos, and I get fascinated by things. So, like, in the creation of a spider web, you start from the core. Like, they have the 4 major branches or 6, depending on how many corners they decide to use, and then you work from the center and work outward. Little by little, you're building branches and building this intricate design. Now, they could either be one of those web threads, or they can be the fly stuck in the web. Right. A lot of these guys out here end up being the flies because they get stuck.
They get to a point where I don't know, a lot of people, it's famine thinking, right? They don't think there's enough food for everyone. They don't think it's enough for us all to eat. Like we try to, it's almost like how, like your situation kind of almost mimics a little bit of our situation. We don't have problems with any other podcast. Right. I have no problem bringing you up. I have no problem entertaining your, I'm not a problem pushing your podcast because we feel like we all could eat together. Right.
Most definitely.
But there's some people who think famine. He can't get on because that means there's not a place for me, which is you usually
how many people on this earth? Like
you can usually grow your people or your fan base or the people that you know.
Like we're
supporting each other.
We're overpopulated. Like let's just go into the government and like what's going on with us. Like everything that we eat now is like really killing us, and I just feel like at the end of the day, like we all need to stick together because we about to be gone real soon. Like you so stuck in your mind about the next person. What they doing, and if they doing it better than you, or if theirs is better than yours, like why we can't stick together? Then for one, if you black, you know exactly where we came from. Like I don't understand it, and that's where it relies at the black people. They are the most haters because they want to be better than the next person. Like they feel like it's competition. Like, and that's so stupid because like if we all would just stick together and just like be like one, how much money will we really be making right now? Like we'll be like
I get what you're saying.
More than the Chinese that come over here and buy a Chinese store or a gas station. They just took all of our money. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like how you let another person come to your town that's not the same race as you, not to be racist,
right.
and they making it more than you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't get it. Like downtown, for instance, Patterson, New Jersey, like all you see is mad Spanish people and mad Chinese people that own everything, and not just be like, well, where's the black owned? Right. Like, you feel me?
Right.
You know, okay, this is what the way I see it, and this is an outside view. Right. And this is from also my wife teaching in Newark and watching these kids grow up. There's a sense of entitlement. Right. And it hurts me because I'm like, nobody's entitled to anything at all.
Most definitely not.
You grind until you get what you want.
Most definitely.
And never be fixated on one goal.
Right.
Because once you reach it, you have nothing past it.
Right.
Once you reach that mountaintop, there's no summit higher. And through the sense of entitlement, and with Patterson, like it's becoming more and more Hispanic. But at the same time, why is it that I only see Hispanics standing out there at 5 a.m. trying to get even a small side gig?
Because we are very lazy.
That's my thing. Like
I will say that.
Not me.
Not all black people, but I will say I know a couple of people that's black, and like they just don't want to do nothing. Like they rather sell a crack on the corner to get a 9 to 5, and they feel like
it's easy money, man.
It's easy money. Like let me just do that, and I feel like. Who wants to sit there and look behind their back every 5 minutes to try to get a buck?
You know what it is? It's not even that. It's not only that it's fast money. It's like money comes. You spend money as fast as it comes, right? But my thing is, I've known a couple who are now out of the game, but the money they've made, they've invested in something right away.
That's rare.
That's why. It's because
I know one. Sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I know one person. I'm not gonna say his name. But I know one person I grew up around, and I give it to this man. You feel me? This man sold drugs for the longest, and he actually took his money and bought a store. He invested in a store, and right now his store is really doing good. Like people really support his store. He have clothes, he has phones, all that in his store, and like he don't have to really touch the drugs no more because he's making money from his store. And I feel like if you're gonna do something like that, that's what you should do. You should. I'm not saying go sell drugs and go stand in the corner, but if you're gonna do it, invest in something.
Have a goal.
Have a goal. You feel me?
With that, this is the funny part too, because the
me too. I'm older, like mother.
The little circle that I was in high school, right? In high school you can easily tell where people are gonna end up in life for the simple fact. I in high school I was a hustler. I constantly worked. I'd buy a pack of gum, an Orbit pack of gum before school. That was $1.25, $1.50, right? Each piece 25 cents. You sell 6. The rest of the 8 are profit.
My grandmother.
And my thing is you see like everybody walks past this store to get to school.
My grandmother used to be like, "What happened to all your juices that I just bought from Walmart or the shop?" Right? And I used to lie to her like. Oh, I gave a couple to my friends. And I used to sell them jugs at homeroom.
Dude, I used to sell. I used to sell gum too since I was a kid.
Because everybody be thirsty in the morning. Like when you wake up, like when you go to school, you be sitting there like in homeroom. Like I don't want to drink. Especially I went to East Side. Like don't nobody want to drink no Fawcett Water in East Side. Like that's the worst thing.
It's a dub. Yeah, y'all crazy.
So like
come out with an extra toe.
Hey yo, he got the juices. Go buy a juice.
Yeah. See, like what I find funny is because where I live, the CVS's sometimes have the 2 for $1 Arizonas, big cans. In the school that I went to in high school, they sold the little cans for $1.25 in the vending machine. Wow. So what I would do was the day before I'd go to CVS, buy 10, 20 of them for 50 cents a piece. I would go to school the next day with about 10 of them in my bag, and I'd sell them all for $1. Or sometimes even $1.50 because no one wants to pay $1.25 for a damn small 12-ounce bottle can when you can get the 23-ounce can. So I would say for the same price, I was making money off of that. You see kids. I had friends of mine. Like my little circle was doing that. We'd constantly bring it. We'd go. A friend of mine's parent had was able to go to Restaurant Depot, so we'd get things from there. We'd buy like the double bubble. We'd buy the little packets of sunflower seeds. We'd be
Right.
selling that in school, and the people who ended up buying, if I see them now, they're
Right.
still consumers.
Right.
That's all they are.
You are messed up.
They're not. They're not. It's true though.
I would hate to be called just a consumer.
But
I'm like, yo, you're a consumer. Fuck you, B.
Unfortunately, this is what you see. Like in
Consume these nuts. How about that?
Oh shit.
Hey, man.
Nah,
But how would you see it? Like the people I see, like I said,
Sorry.
I constantly have to work. These friends of mine, or the people who I would sell to in school, are they're not anywhere that they wanted to be. They're like, oh, in 5 years I'll be a millionaire. No, in 5 years you're still living with your mom.
That's everybody. You know what's crazy? That's everybody saying when they're real little. I'm gonna be a millionaire. I'm gonna be.
You'll
a
have to make
billionaire."
a couple $100,000 every year till 5 years.
Yeah, that's like owning your own company type junk. So
Everybody wants to be the Fortune 500 company, but they don't even know basic mathematics. So
most definitely,
I don't know what to tell them.
everybody wants to be a drug dealer but can't even count their dollars right. And then you trying to figure out how did I lose on this profit? It's because you didn't count.
Right.
Right. So check this out. How much is a pair of Jordans right now for your size?
Listen, I don't
Yeah,
buy it.
I would say about 200.
For me,
Let's go
like
200.
200. Let's go
right?
200 roughly.
With 200, I know a
180,
couple,
190.
right? I know a couple of people who buy this. You can buy a Nike stock for $75 right now. That's 2 stocks right there.
Mm-hmm.
Now with that's money coming in. You don't have to spend the money on those Jordans.
Residual income.
Yeah, you'd rather, like the way at least I learned. My mom's an accountant, and this is why it's watching her from having 3 kids to now where she is now. And this is I have money that I don't know about because of her, and I'm grateful.
Right.
Because she taught me to never buy a depreciating asset. Never. Why would I spend money, a $50,000, $60,000 on a brand new car, but the moment I drive it off is not worth 30?
Most people
20.
in inner cities don't know what an asset is.
Unfortunately. Now,
They don't.
it's some people, if they're smart, those who don't wear their shoes, I find to be the smartest because they sell them back at a retail value of 3 times or 4 times more from what they buy.
I know somebody that do that.
Hold it for 2 months.
My
Yeah.
boy, he buy Jordans and he hold them. And
This-
he hold them and he hold them and then he sell them once they get real old because people
Come a little bit closer.
people will want them Jordans that came out that couldn't get them, and they actually really pay you a lot of money for these Jordans because they not in stores no more and they can't find them. Like, and
And once again,
he making some money off the.
that's
off
when
that
they
too,
that's when those type of people become consumers. Like, why are you gonna spend 4 times the money that shoe was originally priced with that 4 times the money? Say it's 200, now that it goes up to 1,000. That right there that's over 10. That you can get 10. What is it? 10 or 12 stocks in Nike.
It don't matter, bro.
Right.
I need those shoes. Okay, I need those shoes,
That's
bro.
my only problem. Like,
Okay.
recently,
Those are
like-
the new Jordans.
those
Centipedes
was
22.
gonna give me a shorty to text my phone.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
We was talking about that the other day. We were saying that how men wouldn't. I mean, Marv was sitting in on this one. How men wouldn't do anything if it wasn't for women, right?
most definitely.
So we were like,
Dummies.
and so we was like,
Dummies.
We was like how most of us would probably walk around naked if some woman didn't intervene sometime in history. It was like, I don't want to see your dick all the time.
Right.
And then it was like, all right, I guess I'll put on underwear. Well, how about
Right.
you put on more than that? It's cold.
Right.
I guess I'll put on something else. And work out a little bit because you're fat. And that's coming over your stomach. I guess I do a few push-ups and sit-ups and whatever. I mean, I'm just trying to slide in. Really, I got to do all this work. And then that trickled down. Now we got today, dudes spending like $3,000 for a freaking shoe. And they're never going to see that income back.
They
They
still
scuff
live
it.
with their mom.
They live with their mom.
They don't-
And it gets scuffed
They
that
have
night.
kids.
Have you seen the new viral picture where the guy's mattress on the floor, but the back
my
wall's full of
God. Yo,
Jordan?
my wife was just talking about that. She was like, "Yo, that's priorities." She was like, "You see the priorities?" She's like, "These dudes go in there and he got, shoes off the rack, right? It just shoes. You're like, damn, dog. Most of those not even stores no more. But he ain't got no sheets. His bed's on the floor, and he ain't got no furniture.
See,
He probably
I'll
got
be,
roaches and rats.
But
I'll be 100% honest. Like last year, I had no bed frame at all. So my mattress was on the floor.
Like that.
But I owned the house.
Right.
I had my car. I was putting my money towards my kids. I had everything to make sure what
See,
to
and
do.
that's respectfully. Then the next person in the hood, they want to buy Louis Vuitton sneakers and still live with their grandmother or still live with their mom, and they want to buy the next Gucci outfit, and it's like, nigga, you don't have your own apartment.
Well, it's not only that. What hurts me.
I walk past the Gucci store and the Louis Vuitton store when I go in Garden State Mall. I don't even go on that side of the mall because I feel like
that one back corner. Yeah,
that's only for the people that have a lot of money. And a person that works a regular 9 to 5, you are not about to spend your money on that expensive things unless you're very, very set.
Oh, you mean the guy that works at Dollar General and he's paying for $500 shoes? That guy? That guy will.
I don't think the guy that works at Dollar General is about to spend half of.
Oh, you be surprised, my brother.
All his check.
Yes. I'm not gonna say.
And then he's broke.
But like, I'm not gonna say any names.
I have a friend of mine. My bad for interrupting. I have a friend of mine who would buy the newest Jordans, but will be short $300 on his rent.
I know.
I'm like, what are you doing?
I know a dude who will spend his last money just to buy some bullshit, just bullshit, and then hit like, oh man, I've been broke for about 2 weeks. No, you wasn't. You had money last week. You bought whatever, and now you broke. So why you calling me?
I feel like the only time I really spend my money crazy is like on studio time. Like people be telling me like, damn, like,
enjoy it.
How you spend $600 on studio time?
Well, you got to spend money on what's your passion.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. If your passion is art, right? Let's just say you like drawing, even if you're not selling it to nobody,
right?
But that's what you're passionate about. I don't have a problem with you spending that much money,
right.
If you're spending money because you're gonna flip it,
right?
I don't got a problem with that either. But I got a problem when you're spending like $700 and something and you are sleeping on the bare mattress and you're trying to bring a girl over and you ain't got money for rent next week.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So I have an issue with that, but. Right. Man, I don't know. What do you tell people who don't want to get up and do stuff? You just let them live.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey man, that makes you happy? What are you gonna do? You like to look good and be broke? Let's go. I like to.
I'd rather look regular for the moment.
That's what
and grind until I make it to that point where I could just buy Louis, Gucci, Prada, and I ain't even about to sit here and lie for the streets, for the world. I never in my life had a pair of real expensive shoes, but some Pradas and some Steve Maddens. Like, I'm not about to pay, and I'm not a Jordan person. Like, I'm not about to spend no $200 on those sneakers that I'ma eventually can't fit no more because you grow as much as you get older. And it's like, damn, like I just spent this $200 on these Jordans and I can't even fit these no more. Or I can't even wear them in all different types of weather because they're not made to wear in all different types of weather now. I done messed up.
It's snowing.
My Jordans that I just spent $200 on. Like, right. And then this guy don't even like me to wear his stuff because he's racist as hell. So I'm not even about to support Michael. I'm sorry. Like,
Michael, people don't know that Michael Jordan bought mad jails, mad prisons. He has his own privatized prison. What makes you think he ain't putting that money into what is keeping you down in the first place?
Most definitely.
You know what I mean? That's just, to me, that's a characteristic of somebody who doesn't really care about the people.
Here's the crazy part. Like, I don't know if you know this about prisons. Minimum wage in the United States right now is at $8.25, I believe. Jersey's trying to push it for $15 an hour.
Yeah, they are. They are though.
In privatized prison,
nah, they are.
But I doubt that it's gonna be that much.
Yeah,
it is.
It will be.
Really
yeah.
McDonald's.
It's going to go up gradually.
McDonald's is definitely.
If I was a McDonald's, sorry to cut you. If I was McDonald's and I gotta pay $15 for somebody who's at the fry thing, now no disrespect to anybody who's in the fast food business, but if I gotta pay you $15, guess what I just did? I put in a goddamn screen, and you don't work there no more. You don't work there. I just put in a freaking robot. You come over, press the button.
But if you pay attention to Patterson, New Jersey, they are literally doing that. Like, they don't have cashiers no more. Like, the only person that has cashiers right now is Market Street and what's that? All the way up.
I don't know.
All the way up market, like all the way up
I know what
market,
you're talking
like going towards like the highway to get the Clifton and Passaic.
That's nearby 46 and 80
right.
exit.
They are the only ones that have cashiers right now. Broadway just changed their whole entire McDonald's. Like when you go inside, it looks way different. Like they don't have cashiers at all. They only got one person standing right there, and they got mad touch screens to order your food. They only have people that do the food and prep it and make it and stuff.
I mean, you're gonna have to start downsizing once. And I'm not saying it's not great.
Yeah, because they cheap. They don't want to pay people their money, so of course they was gonna do that.
I'm not saying it's not great to increase minimum wage.
But
I mean, people need to live.
Like they laid off a lot of like that. I feel like that's mad wrong. Like they laid off a lot of people because they're not gonna be able to have so much people working because they're not gonna be able to pay them because it's really not big of a store in the back.
I'm gonna talk from the other side. I'm gonna say, all right. So what do you do when you run a company, right? And your company, you just found out, oh shit, I gotta pay these people double of what I feel like. Double than what it takes to run this place, right?
I get you now.
You know what I'm saying? So what do? Do you just go bankrupt? Or do you start just paying out because you have the money? Or is your business model to increase the amount of revenue that you make in that business?
Right.
So, I mean, what do you want them to do? I mean, I'm not saying that what they're doing is not wrong. And I'm not saying that I don't feel bad for the people. What I'm saying is that in a business standpoint, what do you do? Like if you was the owner?
I definitely would.
That's why.
Exactly.
That's why.
I definitely would. If you're making it in that sense, I definitely would. I'll start.
But that's
I wouldn't fire. Now this is the thing though. I wouldn't fire nobody. I would try to send them to another location and make sure that they have employment. Because it's
sometimes
really
you're not cool with McDonald's down on Western West Street.
It's really hard. I feel like it's really hard out here to get a job. Like the economy is like so fucked up. Like especially where I'm from, like a lot of people don't have jobs because you can do an interview or you can call and you can do this and you can do that and you still won't get the job and they'll just hire this regular person that really doesn't want to work.
So hold on, going back to my bad because I kind of didn't want to lose this train of thought from before. With the privatized prison that we were talking about, right? And the way we got into the minimum wage in Jersey is about to be $15 an hour. Right. I think by 2022 or 2023 they want to have it everywhere in the state of Jersey to be $15 an hour. Now in federal prisons for non-industrial jobs, all you have to pay is $3.48. I think it was. I'll tell you exactly right now. I'm sorry, $3.45 in privatized prisons. So now if you don't think Jordan has Jordans being made at these prisons, or in China where you're paying the guy $1.
No, they're made in China.
So but there's some of them that are made in prisons because
some of them Chinese people try to jump off a roof because they work.
That's Foxconn.
That's Foxconn.
What's it called?
They try to jump off roofs.
Yeah, there's a net. There's a building right where it's a living center and their job. So these Chinese people are not only working there, they're living there. Now, on this, they have nets on the side of the building so they cannot commit suicide.
Because they've been they'll work so many hours, like 12, 16, 18 hours.
And they have to? Like, it's not something...
Or you get the hell out. What do you want to do? Where you live? You live here. All right, so I'm going to pay you, and you live here. All right? But I need you to work from... And remember, this is a communist country. I need you to work from this amount of hours. See, America got it super easy. We got it super sweet. We don't see that. It's like we don't see it.
Here's the safety nets that they're installing.
Yeah, those are the safety nets. So
so people can't commit suicide on the building.
What we have
That's
here,
how crazy.
What we have is first world problems. Okay, it ain't third world problems issues. It's not second world problems. We got first world issues. That was a simple. Oh, what do you want to talk about? Don't talk about this. There's some people that cut your head off for talking about it.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? We got first world issues. So there's some places in China where they have to install safety nets because these people go completely crazy because they've been working from I don't know, sun up to sundown every day for 3 months. And then they'll be like, I don't want to do this anymore. So they jump. And then they start losing employees. So to make sure they don't lose employees, they attach these nets. So when the Chinese jump, they're like, nah, we got you. Come back here. Don't worry. You're a little stressed. We'll give you an extra hour break today.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but these people, they'd rather kill themselves than do another day.
No. actually looking this up for incarcerated people.
I thought it was $50 a day to keep an incarcerated
as low as 9 cents. I see 4 cents an hour. I see right now.
Oh, for payout.
For you're paying the inmates for working these.
Okay,
these
so you make
jobs.
so it costs you around $45 to $50 something to keep an inmate inside jail, right?
Wow.
Now I'm only gonna pay my inmate 13 cents per shoe that they make, or per hour that they're there. Making shoes. Let's just say you worked in the factory for only about 3 to 4 hours out of the day, or let's just say you work all day, because what else are you gonna do in prison, right? So I'm paying you 13 cents. What's 13 cents times 8?
That'd be 90 something real quick. No,
It's like a
24. No,
$1.24 or something. Like that?
$1.04, something like that.
All right. Anyway, so I'm only paying you about $1 and some change a day.
Yeah, $1.04.
Okay, so you think I'm not trying to keep you in here when I'm selling stuff for $200 and something, and I'm only paying you $1 a day,
right?
And it costs money for you to stay in my prison. So that's also the tax people got to pay me $50 a month, right? Everybody who pays taxes in that area got to pay me about $50 per person that I keep in here every day.
Right.
Get? So now it's 13, but I'm only gonna pay you $1 and some change. But I'm gonna also sell some shoes for $200 and something bucks. Levi, Nike, Jordan. Don't get me wrong, we love Nike. I don't think, you know what? We gotta take Nike out of there. So Levi, Jordan.
I mean, I don't like. Honestly speaking, it's not like
let me
like
correct
Jordans.
you real quick. Let me correct you real quick. Okay. It's not $50 per month. It's actually.
I thought it was per week.
No, it's $31,000 per year.
I gotta pay you $31,000 per year.
Per year to keep one inmate.
To keep one inmate in there.
That's the average. But it could also be as much as $60,000.
Now let me talk to you about something real quick. Let's just say you working about 8 hours a day. 31,000 of your check is going to state. They use that money for the prison. They paying you $1 and some change
per day. That's $85.
But I just gave you 31,000 last year.
That's sick.
Yeah, man. That's the world we live in. That's America, baby. that's America.
And now I believe a high number of them is non-violent offenders.
They make me want to put. They make me want to put my song 5 times on platforms just to make sure that it makes money. Like, oh my god!
Right. So this is the nonsense that we're stuck with, right? Why don't they? There's very few people who get incarcerated and come out a quote unquote better person. Right. They come out with an education, but that's because they put themselves through. They come out and through while being incarcerated, they try to get an internship so that they come out and they learn.
Some of them guys, yeah.
Some of them learn the business aspect. Some of them learn what's it called, stock options, and able to go from there. Some of them even learn how to read from being incarcerated.
Because you have all this free time. Why don't you just learn something?
What's crazy is on the average, it takes for 4 years to be put through school. For 4 years, a student will be about 24 grand. Now you're putting someone in prison per year, 31,000. Why can't we give an education to those who will be released within 4 or 5 years? Right. Now think about 4 years is like is in college. It's less than it's. They're making more than what it costs for a kid to go to high school.
We don't want them to
because they don't really care about the society when it comes to learning. They care more about the bullshit and the negative.
Well, it's not only that. If you truly think about it, right? Let's take it for a second. We are in need of tradesmen. We need electricians. We need plumbers. We need carpenters.
Because
we are like, I'm an electrician, and the average age for an electrician is now in the 40s. How the hell are you going to tell me that a 40-year-old does not want to carry 100 pounds of pipe up and down 4 flights of stairs?
Wait, so that's how old you got?
That's the average age of an electrician right now. 40 something.
No.
I'm telling you right now, like you want apprentices to come in.
I'm good.
I'll stick some music.
Right.
Stick to my fight.
Now this is the problem, right? But at the same time, electricians can make as much as physicians. No one ever wants to throw that into the medium. No. In the top paid categories, you never see electrician, plumbers, or carpenters. Right. But if you choose to work, because especially in the union, you can choose to work these.
Yeah,
I
heard you got to go to college for a very long time to be
Tell them to stop lying.
Electrician.
No, you don't need any college. You go right out of high school, 18 years old, straight into it. Electrician, union electrician.
Go into an apprenticeship.
That's all you have to do.
They
if you want, go to a trade school for a year and a half.
I'm good. I don't mess with wires.
But that's the thing. Like this is my thing. In high school, I do not recall. In high school, I do not recall them saying, "Hey, you could be a tradesman."
Right.
Like people, you know what it is? People made fun of me because I said, I think it was in 9th grade. I'm like, you know what? I'll be a garbage man. I have no problem with that. They have great benefits. Within 15 years, I'd be able to retire. Right. The whole class laughed at me.
It's fine.
The graduating year, I saw more than half the guys working for garbage men. And I'm like, what are you doing? But now, mind you, these people who laughed, who worked like garbage men, they all quit that union job because they wanted to go to have fun, go partying, and now where are they at? They're working a crappy 9 to 5.
That's just the mindset thing. But going into like being a trade, it's I think it should be displayed on the table, and it needs to be on the table. It doesn't always have to be colleges. I've been battling with this idea that if you're not going there to be like something important in business, like get your MBA, or if you're not going there to be a doctor, or like, what are you doing? What are we doing? Like, you're not trying to be a specialist at something? What are you doing?
I went to college, and I only did it because of my grandmother. It
was the worst decision I ever did.
And I really didn't want to do it because I honestly been in love with entertainment and music for the longest, and like it was very expensive. It was like very, 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 very expensive, and I couldn't finish because it was so expensive.
$25,000 a semester just to fail.
It was a little bit more than that. It was like $70,000.
And then you don't finish, and then you stuck with $100,000 bill that you can't pay for.
They don't even make it easy on you. Like you when you live on campus, you spend at least like $6. Off campus is the regular price.
What's crazy
when you
is
spend $70 on campus, you spend $6 off campus, but that's not really doing anything.
With photography, right? As we were saying, I decided to look it up. If you want an associate's, a 2-year degree for that, just for photography, that means no electives, no nothing, just straight up photography. It'd be $6,000. With $6,000, you can buy a phenomenal camera and have your own, and have your own pictures without going to school. But what sucks is nowadays people want a not a resume, but they want that little piece of paper saying, "Hey, you spent your time in this class."
Honestly, I feel like nowadays that doesn't matter because the way that social media has became our world is that the person that has a degree in something, if I got way more followers than him and he doesn't count to me. Now the way it is in our generation, like coming up, like followers really matters now. I feel like because like
if you're gonna run your own thing, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
Like if you're not running your own thing, then
but that's a double-edged sword with the followers because people will not express themselves entirely, but they'll do it for the gram. That's the only problem. Like with the music, like I know for at least from the conversation you have, you want to express yourself.
Yeah, most definitely.
But there's people out there who do it for the gram.
Honestly,
do it for the gram, dogs.
I'm gonna say this because I don't want people to think like, oh, Jahzeek Foreign is doing music because he has a little bit of followers and
so
followers doesn't mean nothing to me, honestly, because I have had a lot of followers since I was a teenager.
So what, yo?
I do music because I need to express my feelings. Like all of my songs that I have written is a something that I went through and something that I'm battling with, and it's like I don't have no other way to say it.
You gotta express yourself. That's the artist in you.
Express it. You feel me?
That's the artist in you. It's like, well, we have to express ourselves.
Most definitely
throughout art, but there's so many. there's a lot of people who are just lazy about it.
Yeah,
they don't want to do it.
What's crazy is the way I see it is you've made it out of in the sense of school, right? For the simple fact, I have friends of mine who phenomenal artists is when it comes to drawing.
Right.
And all it took was for one teacher to say, "That's terrible." They drop their pencil and never drew again.
But they're not. It's just what they don't accept rejection properly.
What's the best example is my older brother. The way I say it, I can draw myself, but he would blow me out of the water when it came to. He drew a picture of a gorilla in high school. The teacher thought it was printed out, even though he did it in class. The teacher thought he printed it out. He's never picked up a pencil since then. Like, he does it occasionally to draw, play around, but I've never seen someone as talented as him. My mom got him. You remember on TV they would sell like the Art Institute package. Yeah. You send a drawing, you send it back. They'll constantly give you these packages. You need to draw this. You need to draw that. He was doing this, and he was doing it phenomenally, and all of a sudden, when it came to high school, the teacher told him he just gave up on it. Not because he gave up on it, like he didn't think he'd do it, but he was like, if this is what people are going to view and see me as a fake doing it, I don't want to do it.
I will not listen to people. I will use that for motivation.
Well, what do you do? Like, what do you say to that person who really loves something, and then they get someone who's in, let's say, a higher power than them, and they're telling them how bad it is? Like, do you continue? What do you say to them? Do you tell them that, yo, keep going, like, no matter what, or do you allow them to just give up? Because that might be their personality. They might be one of those people who just like, I don't want to do this anymore because nobody like me.
See. I'm gonna say this because a lot of people don't really do this, and I'm gonna start a YouTube channel real soon, and before my camera got stolen. I was gonna start. It wasn't a cousin, but
Who? Oh, it was closer.
Oh,
no shots fired. But
all shots fired.
I was gonna start a YouTube channel real soon, but I'm gonna put it on hold. But what I will do is I would do it from my phone because of course I still can record off my phone.
I seen a photographer come in. I'm sorry, cause I seen a photographer come in just with those little pieces that goes to the you attach to your phone,
right,
and was making money like that. Okay, I know there's people. I'm not gonna say they paid mad a lot of money for this dude to come in with his phone and some pieces and just take pictures like, you know what I mean? And I was just sitting there like
the max is like very like crazy.
Yeah. And
like the camera quality is like so like.
All you need is like what, one of them fisheye lenses on that attached to your phone, and you could just clip it, and then boom, you're professional.
You'll definitely think you're Chris Brown with like a 7, but when you use the max, you'll be like, I'm really not a Chris Brown. Like, it shows so much. Like it's just crazy. Like it's crazy.
It catches that misstep.
Yeah, it definitely does. You got to be on fleek when you're using the Mac. You can't just wake up in the morning and
you try to just
cold in your eye. It's gonna show the whole cold in your eye. Like,
oh my god, make sure you ain't got me, yo.
Oh my god,
man, dude. So what else about? Where can they find your music, man?
So right now, my music is definitely on YouTube. Well, I dropped one song on YouTube, which is Grind All Day, and it's under Jahzeek Foreign. That is spelled Jahzeek, foreign as in the actual word foreign. Mm-hmm. My other spot to find music on is with all my other songs. I have like 4 songs out right now, and that is on my SoundCloud, and that is the same thing, Jahzeek Foreign. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dope. You heard him.
Well, it's not only that. Where would we be able to find your photography?
So my photography. Okay,
you gotta get the list of everything.
Modeling,
the picture that you was greased up in.
My photography page is Pics by Jah, PIXSBYJAH, and my dance choreography page is hype_king.
Okay. This is one question I think we brushed over, but you never answered. Do you prefer like model photography or landscaping or things like that, or is it just whatever?
Oh, hold on, my bad. It's actually the dance page is actually official_hype_king.
Okay.
Yeah, official_hype_king. If you want to go check out the dance page, was that Instagram?
Yeah, it's Instagram.
That's Instagram, and you know. He gave you the rest of them already. Right. What were you saying, y'all?
Oh, the photography. Do you like models, taking pictures of models, or like arrangements or scenery? Like, where is it that you find that, I guess, for lack of a better term, the most relaxing for you, the most freedom of expression?
I really like artistic places. Like, if you go on my photography page, a lot of the photography shots that I did, it's usually like places in Patterson where it looks like dope, like graffiti and like different type of like abandoned trains and like stuff like that. Like, I'm really into like the art field.
I would say I guess the Forgotten.
Right.
Like things in that sense, like an old stone wall that was buried.
Right.
Gotcha.
That's dope, man. That's dope. I like those type of pictures. Those are awesome.
It is crazy with those, because at least for me, from friends of mine and from going hiking, and you see these locations where it's a forgotten wall, where you see the paint, the spray paint all faded away. There's no new layer on top.
Like 20 years since it's been touched. That's dope.
You see the mold, or not the mold, but the moss growing on it. You see the dew, the water damage from watering it down.
It's crazy because in back of the art factory, like, it's like so much graffiti, like it don't make no sense. Like, and you could tell it been there for like a long time. It's abandoned buildings and everything. And like, I will be shooting there for my music video. I'll make sure that I put that like a couple of snippets in my music video because it's really dope. Like,
the art factory used to be on the train area, right? It used to be a train station or something.
Yeah, I heard.
That's dope.
I heard that the art factory back in the day, though, it really was a slavery type of place. Like, people.
Well, no. What? I never heard that before. I heard like
they used to make people work there or something.
No. The whole town was a workers' town. So if you worked at the factory, they moved you into town so you could be close to the town.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't really a.
So people be over exaggerating.
Yeah, they over exaggerated. It was like, so Patterson got the name Silk City because they used to make silk. Okay, so so they used to all. But what happened is once all the factories started moving out, people got stuck.
They don't even teach us this stuff in high school over here. Like, they don't teach us nothing about our town.
Yeah, it's something you probably have to just. I looked it up myself because I was huge into like history and things like that when I was younger. So like I looked it up myself. So I say anybody, if you live somewhere, definitely get a idea where you live at. You'll appreciate it a little bit more. Because at the time I was like, oh, I hate this goddamn town, yo. It is because I was running into like assholes all the time. Don't get me wrong, I could deal with it, but when I started looking at what it used to be, I was like, all right. I appreciated the town a little bit more, you know. So if you're starting to hate your town, just go figure out the history of it. All right. Yo, so before we sign out of here, give us a time during your I don't know, any of the genres that you do, that things just got a little squirrely, a little weird, you know, you were just not with it. Give me a time. Like, just lady stuck a squirrel up her, I don't know, whatever they do in photography, or you was dancing and somebody just kept messing up on the step and you booted whatever.
I got one. So like, there's like this person, I'm not gonna say no names because I'm not messy and we are live right now, but there's this person that I teamed up with dancing with, and it's somebody that do choreography just like me, but the difference between me and this person, I've been doing it for so long that I'm a little bit more structured when it comes to it.
More seasoned.
And like, you can tell the difference when somebody is trying to outdo somebody and when they're trying to be professionally. And you really saw that in the video, and that was very uncomfortable for me. But like, I got through it and I made sure like I did what I had to do. But like, yeah.
Oh, they were just trying to shine. They want the camera on them. They'll make sure they was, you know. They was like, no, look at me. It's all out nonsense. All right. Anything else, Bossman?
My one question is, hey, we touched on it before. If you had one message to keep someone from giving up on what they truly want to do, what would it be? Like in the sense of, what not only what would you tell them, but what helped you get over the hump of maybe I should quit this?
Where did you put?
So look, I'm gonna say
where you pull your inspiration and stuff from that?
All right, so I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna sing this, right?
Oh shit!
So look, though.
Live, baby.
So look.
Get it.
So never give up, and I won't give up on you. See, they gon' talk things, and they gon' tell you not to do. So never give up on it. Follow your dreams and your goals, and be what it is to be. Yeah.
Damn.
So basically,
Damn.
what I wanted to say is, don't give up. Like, it'll get rough. You'll feel like it's not worth it. You'll feel like, oh, I'm not becoming better at it. Oh, I'm not like this next person. Oh, I'm not shining as much as this next person. But like in life, it's a process. Like you never become famous, or you never start making millions from the beginning. And that's why, to me myself, like I struggle with me being an artist and me trying to find the next $45 for my next session. But I keep on going because I feel like this is what I want to do. You feel me? And I'm never going to give up. So I don't think the next person should give up, because that's something that you love. But before I stop this, I actually want to sing a unreleased song, like a little snippet.
We're gonna get another one before he sing exclusive live on the Real Shit Talker. So before we get we're gonna sign off with you singing, okay? And I appreciate you coming in, sharing your talent with us, letting us know who you are. You know, when everything you starting to feel, you know, a little bit, if you're comfortable again, you could come back on the show. We'll do a little bit more. You know, we'll talk about more. But people, listen to him. Tell them one more time where they can find your music, where they can find.
Well, you can find my music on SoundCloud. It's Jahzeek Foreign. It's Jahzeek, as in foreign, as the regular foreign word. Next on YouTube, only one single out right now on YouTube, and that's Grind or Day, and that is the same spelling. And just let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready, dog. Let's do it.
So this song was written for the females. It was a situation in my life where I was like really played like to the max. Like, you feel me? You be deep in your feelings.
I know them. I know. Hey, you, the one that got me deep in my feelings. So get on my nerves. All right, I'm over it.
So it go like, I'm just joking. I just need someone who's faithful, someone to commit to. Know you broke my heart, going through some issues. Shit just ain't the same now. Think I gotta go now. Think I gotta replace you with somebody else. I just need someone who's faithful. Yeah, someone to commit to. Yeah, know you broke my heart. Yeah, I've been going through some issues. Yeah.
Woo! We out of here, savages.
Alright, yo, Jahzeek.
Superb.